gentlemen, this is the featherweight senior final sponsored by Protec and the Hilton Hotel, East Midlands Airport. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the red corner, representing Northside Clayton, Blain Younis. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, representing Golden Ring, Iain Weaver. Referee in charge of the action, Mr. Billy McDonald. Timekeeper, Mr. Les Gibson. Younis, red corner, Weaver, blue corner. Thank you.
People might think I'm taking the mick out of Michael Pass. Not so. He is an Elvis Presley impersonator, and there's an international Elvis championship coming up in Blackpool, and he's pre-qualified, Richie.
So I believe.
Weaver against Younis. Younis, the southpaw in the black vest. Iain Weaver, also a southpaw, stylish boxer. Younis, strong pressure fighter. He'll try and rough him up. And straight away, there were gloves going in, but there's a bit of a shoulder went in as well from Younis.
Oh, good shot there from Weaver. That was a crackerjack of a shot to the body.
Well, it's a lively opening minute, this, isn't it? Makings of a good fight, this one. Bunsey identified it as one where it's really difficult to pick a winner in advance of it, and it's shaping up to be the sort of clash of styles which makes for something really good. Oh, good shot. No knockdown given.
Yeah, very contrasting styles, haven't they? Younis is a pressure fighter, as you said, John. He's got to get to his man, try and work his opponent on the inside. Weaver more relaxed, especially with that lead hand, bringing his opponent onto the shots.
When Younis does get inside, he really goes for broke with those body shots, doesn't he? Yeah, it's a good shot as well from Weaver.
That was a super shot to the body from Weaver, that right hook.
Well, he might be a southpaw, Blain Younis. Oh, that's a good shot. Good left hand.
Left hand.
Crowd has been woken up by this one, and rightly so.
Well, Weaver, as I've said, he's got that low right hand, and that's how he got caught with that sharp left hand there from Younis. Super shot, stepped in with the punch, and Weaver certainly got to watch what he's doing with that low right hand.
I was going to say, Richie, before he detonated that left hand, Younis, I should imagine a fair few Manchester fighters have been inspired by somebody who's done rather well up there over the years, who's been known to throw the odd body shot, the odd good left hook.
Go on, John, who's that then?
Mr. Hatton.
Of course. Gets caught again with the left hand, Weaver.
Oh, I like those body shots, and the left over the top, switched ahead beautifully, and he was given no reward for it, but now a point has been scored. But that was a lovely body attack, and then switched upstairs with the left to the head. More like it, this one, Richie.
Yeah, well, Weaver's certainly got a lot of talent, but he's getting caught with left hand after left hand from Younis. Great pressure boxing here from Younis. And he's getting through. He seems more basic, but, you know, he's coming through, especially with that left hand. What a super round.
What a good 3 minutes of boxing that was. Weaver had his moments, landed good, solid shots of his own, but it's the stockier figure here, Blain Younis, who has seized the first round initiative.
Yeah, just closed. There's that right hook to the body. That was a super shot from Weaver. But he's got a very relaxed, low right hand, his lead hand, and he was caught. Timing again, there's one there. Left hand over the top from Younis. Great shot. Towards the end of the round, he started to come on more and more with that shot. It was a great round, it really was, but Younis was just so successful with that left hand, especially over the top. Good pressure fighter, gets his man on the ropes here. Lovely right hook to the body there. Left hand over the top. Good round.
Got a languid sort of style, Iain Weaver. You get the impression that he likes to fight a little bit at his own pace, whereas this fella, he gets in there and he makes the fight. So who will prevail? Still 2 rounds to go. There'll be plenty of twists and turns, you can guarantee, but Younis with a 2-point advantage. Blain Younis, the Manchester lad in the black shirt.
Oh, again, right, left hand over the top. Weaver's got to keep his lead hand up here, John, that right hand.
Be interesting to hear afterwards, if Younis does win this, just who the fighters are that he really looks up to in the sport, because he really works away. And I love the way he does switch from body to head. So often the body attacks in amateur boxing seem to be disregarded a little bit and not rewarded as much as they ought to be. This is a lad who's prepared to work the body and provide and work to those openings, which is exploited so well and so effectively. But Weaver right back in it now.
Yeah, Weaver's starting to land with some better shots here, John. Younis is relentless, he really is. Keeps coming on, but he's actually walking onto the shots now. And it's the more skillful punches of Weaver they're getting through. His accuracy is a lot better, but he's still wide open for this left hand over the top, and that's what Younis has got to do, just keep the pressure on.
But it's been a turnaround, hasn't it, this second round? The flashier, eye-catching shots of Weaver being rewarded by the judges.
His timing's better, you see, Weaver at the moment, and he's just managing to maintain that gap between himself and Younis. Lovely left uppercut from Weaver, but Younis is just in his face all night long.
What a good fight. Oh, it's a good right hand from Weaver. This is where Younis wants it now, and that's a good left hand.
How many times has he caught Weaver with that shot, John, tonight?
Well, when he gets in close, it is an open target. It's anybody's fight, it really is. The accuracy, the style of Weaver, or the relentless aggression of Younis. Good body shot again from Weaver, lovely right hand.
Younis is actually wide open for a left uppercut. If Weaver can just sit back a little bit, the way Younis is walking forward, open to that shot. But his timing has been a lot better, Weaver, in that round. Great round for him.
Good round from Weaver, and what a good fight we're watching here.
Good contest. They're just getting caught again, Weaver with that left hand. Younis just relentless, keeping his man on the ropes here. But during the round, there's that left uppercut, and then he gets caught with a right hook as well, Younis. But keeping his man in the corner. And look, Weaver knows he must get out of that situation. But his timing was better in that round. Bit scrappy at times here. But better shots came from Weaver in that round, definitely.
International vests at stake, maybe a place in the Commonwealth Games team. Big prizes beckoning from the amateur game, and you only have to watch the commitment of these two fighters to realise just how much it means to the pair of them. There's virtually nothing in it as they go to the final round. It's all on the line. The last 3 minutes will prove decisive. Weaver just by a couple of points, could go either way.
Well, he's going to come like a steam train now, isn't he, Younis? No doubt about that. It's going to be interesting now.
He's trying to wing that left hand in just a wee bit predictably now. Good shot. Oh, good work from Weaver.
See, Younis there, John, just hesitated slightly and gets caught. He's got to keep the pressure on here against Weaver. He can't afford just to sit back. He's just got to keep going.
He's got to trust in his strength and his fitness and maintain all-out aggression if this one is not to slip away, having had the early advantage. Weaver now 3 points clear. Taller lad in the blue vest. Iain Weaver by 3 years, the younger man, just 19 years old.
Targeting the body there, Weaver, that right hook to the body. But again, it's just giving him a little bit of time. Good shot, good straight left hand that was from Weaver.
It was, and Younis is, I think, perceptibly running out of gas a little bit. Needs one more big effort here, but it's starting to slip away. 4 points now, the gap.
He's got the tactics right here, Younis, but he's just slowed down slightly in this round, John. That's just allowed Weaver, look, just to pick his shots and gives him that extra second or two just to get the shots home.
It's the 3-minute thing again, Rich. You've got to pace yourself through it, and he's feeling it in this last round as Blain Younis unquestionably. 5 points adrift now, with a minute to go, just over.
Yes, stamina comes into it now, you see, with the 3 threes. Well, great effort, though, from Younis.
Look at this. Well, you take your hat off to him. In fact, you take your hat off to the pair of them. This has been a cracking scrap. The gap's down to 3 points. Good body shot from Weaver.
Oh, lovely boxing from Weaver. Oh, beautiful. That's great. On the back foot as well.
The way he turned that right hook was beautiful, and it was rewarded, and now the gap is up to 4 points. The clock ticking down, and I don't think this aggression of Younis is going to be enough. He's got to produce a real blistering onslaught here if he's going to bring himself back into it.
Yeah, skill and ability have just played their part in this contest, John. But it's been a great effort from Younis. Great fight, but from both of them.
Really good fights, and Iain Weaver, the youngster from the South Coast, from the Golden Ring Club, is going to see it through to the final bell and be the champion. The margin 5 points. And what a good scrap that was. Beautiful contrast of styles, and it turned out to be 3 really entertaining rounds.
Yeah, super boxing. That was a lovely straight left hand there from Weaver. On his back foot, got the time and the space. Younis was just coming forward. With some great boxing here. There's that right hook to the body, just changed the attack, and he switched to the body there, did Weaver. Super boxing from him. To the timing here, lovely 1-2, keeping that gap, nice and relaxed. Good performance, but Younis, you've got to take your hat off to him. All credit to the guy.
So Weaver the winner, and here's the results.
Contest number 4, the featherweight senior final. A score of 19-14, the winner, Weaver in the blue corner.
Well, with all due respect to what we've seen previously tonight, Steve Bunt, fight of the night so far, undoubtedly.
Fight of the night so far, and to all those people that say, oh, in amateur boxing, they just touch, they don't get involved, they don't throw body shots. Don't throw body shots. He threw Ricky Hatton-style body shots. Both of them threw body shots. In fact, the reason why Younis had to stop in the last round and then wasn't charging and wasn't scoring, as Richie pointed out, is he got hit so many times with that short right uppercut to the body, he injured his ribs. He was getting caught so often. What a fantastic, mature performance. This kid Weaver is 19 years of age. Okay, trained by Stuart Gill down at the club, down at the Silver Ring. Stuart Gill's been in the business for about 40-odd years. That was a brilliant performance. He's a development fighter, and I would imagine by the end of this year, he'd be a podium fighter. What you saw there tonight, Andy, was raw talent. And you know that expression, he'd be a good pro? Well, he would. But you know what? He'll be an even better amateur on the way to 2012.
I can imagine he's the sort of fighter Richie Woodall will enjoy getting his claws into and working with going towards London.
And listen, you know, not only would Richie love him with that sort of loose style, the fact he could jab, the fact he was countering so well, he was countering. I mean, I saw Richie green with envy because he was countering, throwing shots when he had to get involved in the second he did. That was a fantastic performance. And you know what? It was 9 minutes of pleasure.
Indeed. Let's get 2 more minutes of pleasure, both men with Rob.
What a fantastic scrap that was, Iain. This man threw everything, including the kitchen sink at you, but you maintained your composure and you're the ABA champion.
Yeah, it feels good, you know. You give me a good hard fight, fair play to you. I don't think I boxed to my ability, but he was a tough kid and he kept coming and he threw everything at me, so all I could do was win at the end of the day and got my first senior title, which I'm happy with. So at the end of the day, I got the win, so.
Absolutely. Blain, it just seemed like you ran out of steam a little bit towards the end, but what a fantastic effort that was.
Yeah, I tried my best. I've trained hard. I don't think I performed as good as I can. Tired a bit, really. I don't know why, because I'm fittest I've ever been, but I don't know, just skillful fighter, picked his punches. Whereas my guard was a bit sloppy, so I'm going to get caught, aren't I?
John Rawling wanted to know who you model yourself on, because it is a ferocious style. Is there a touch of the Ricky Hatton about you, maybe?
Manny Pacquiao. Nah.
The next Manny Pacquiao.
I don't know. All the time I've watched boxing when I was a kid and that, I've always loved the go-forward fighters, so I wanted to be a go-forward fighter, do you know what I mean? Just need to work a bit on my guard and that, get a lot better, a lot to learn.
Good stuff. Iain, just one final word from you. How much confidence do you take from tonight, the fact that you're able to come through against such a busy, pressurising opponent?
A lot of confidence, you know. First year in the ABAs and I got a win, you know, so I'll be confident, not too confident, but confident enough. You know, just fair play to Blain, get into the final as well. Top lad.
Fantastic stuff, guys. What a scrap to ignite the evening. Back to you, Andy.
Yes, undoubtedly the contest of the evening so far. Next one up should be pretty useful too, and